highly important one. That is our next major important one. Next major important one, it is our land reforms. Sir, while studying about land reforms, what are the different things we need to remember with respect to land reforms? What should be our blueprint? What should be the blueprint with respect to our land reforms? What should be our land reforms blueprint? First. First one, it was always and always my introduction. Correct? It was always and always my introduction part. It is always and always my introduction part. Now, introduction includes again 3 strategies. One is my definition, uniqueness, the stats or the facts or examples. Okay, then discuss martivi. What should be the second one? Second one, it is nothing but the evolution, or I can say origin, or I can say, it is need. Why we need to go for land reforms? Need in a kappa. Why there is a need of land reforms? We'll discuss. Third one. See, if you know the topic, overall view, specific. Third one, we need to know about what are the reforms which has been brought. What are the reforms which has been brought by the various governments, majorly government of India and majorly government of Karnataka, with respect to my land reforms, different committees, different features. Yes, this is my third one. What's my fourth one? Fourth one, it is, what is the significance? What is the significance of land reforms with respect to different perspectives? Social significance, political, economical one, etc., etc., etc. We'll be studying the significance one. Followed by an already significance bandre. You should know about challenges. You should know about the measures. And also you should know about what? That is my way forward. Okay, Alva. Yes. Now shall we see one by one? Okay, Alva. Now the first and the foremost one. ಏನು add ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು? ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನ add ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ. Okay, blueprint ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓಕೆನಾ ಅಷ್ಟೇನಾ? Okay. It is heading it is land reforms. Now with respect to land reforms ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Land ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Reforms ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? First, what do you mean by land? What do you mean by reforms? See, land is nothing but a commodity. Yes or no? A commodity which is being used to cultivate or which is used for different activities. Either it can be for agriculture, either it can be for cultivation, or it can also be for the settlement in a particular region also. Land andre. Land, it is a commodity which is being used for various activities. Now, what do you mean by reforms? Reforms is nothing but the changes which has been brought by the particular governments, or it can be any personality. Why we are bringing reforms? There should be some challenges. See, nan changes ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ obviously there must be or there should be some challenges being faced with respect to our land reforms or land, I can say. Yes or no? Yes, highly important one. Okay, Alva. Land is nothing but an input. Which is being used for different activities, and we are bringing some changes. What changes in the Rona? What are the different phases? We'll see all those things. But with respect to our first and foremost one, it is my introduction. Now, introduction again always consists of 3 points or 3-pronged strategies. One is our definition. Second one, uniqueness. The third one, the stats or the facts or examples. Now, what can be the definition of land reforms? First, can I say land reforms? It is it's a various measures which has been brought by the government. It is a various, or I can say a series of measures. It is a series of measures which has been brought by the government, which has been brought by the government with respect to ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ನಾವು ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ರಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕು with respect to redistribution of land fairly, to redistribute the land fairly and to reduce inequality. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಹೈಲಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನೋಡಿ, ನಾನು ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ರೈಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ 3 ಪಾಯಿಂಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಈಗ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್. ನಾನು ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಮೈ 3 ಪಾಯಿಂಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೈ 3 ಪಾಯಿಂಟರ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್. First and foremost one, I said it's a group of measures or a series of measures. At a series of measures taken up by whom? Taken up by the government. It can be Indian government. It can be state government. No, any state government bartidare sir illi anta. Because land is a state subject. Because land is a state subject, whereas regulations has been given by Indian government. Regulations has been given by Indian government. That is just a blueprint. Whereas final implementation should be done by a state government. It is series of measures taken up by the government to achieve what objective? To achieve what objective? That is my social justice. To achieve my rural development. To achieve my rural development. Yav ತರ rural development ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? That is nothing but redistribution of wealth. ಇಲ್ಲಿ wealth ಏನಿಲ್ಲಿ? It is the land. Redistribution of the land. Redistribution of the land to reduce my inequality among the rural population. Among the rural population. Among the rural population. Highly important one. Now, ಈ definition ಅರ್ಥ ಆದ್ರೆ what is your uniqueness? What is the uniqueness about? It is land reforms. LR. What is the uniqueness about land reforms? ಏನಪ್ಪ uniqueness ಇದು? Can I say with this land reforms, I am going for achieving my social justice? Howda? Or else I am going for achieving what? That is equitable distribution of resources. Or else can I say I am going for achieving my inclusive development? Yes or no? Or else can I say I am achieving my overall development of rural areas? Okay na ilva? Yes or no? Can I write this? Yes or no? Yes. Or else, sir, nange ಏನು ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದೇನು ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ you can talk it as land is the major input which has been used in the process of development. That is rural development. That is the major important one. Land is a major essential input. Land is a major essential input. Yes, major essential input. Essential input with respect to our development of majorly my rural areas. Now, if you want to write about stats or facts or examples, ಏನಪ್ಪ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ stats or facts examples? Now, can I say when did this land reforms initiated? Stats ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅದು? When was land reforms initiated? When? Initiated during 1950s. Initiated during 1950s. Who was the prime minister at India level? Who was the chief minister of Karnataka during 1950s? First. That is at India level. Can I say PMS? JL Nehru. Karnataka ಯಾರು? ಹೆಸರು ಬೇರಪ್ಪನ. It was KC Reddy. It was KC Reddy. But the most important one is they initiated. But when did it take the highest, or I can say that is the peak stage? That is during I can say during 1960s to 1970 phase. 1960s to 1970 phase. That is climax ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. That is climax stage or the peak stage. Or else at the peak stage, who was the prime minister? That is Prime Minister is Indira Gandhi. It is Indira Gandhi who was the Chief Minister of Karnataka. It is Chief Minister of Karnataka. It is my Devraj Aras. Devraj Aras. Highly important one. The bold initiative by Devraj Aras. It is during Devraj Aras. It is climax stage with respect to land reforms. Sir, nange idu ishta agtilla. Okay. Kelu souls genu ishta agalla. Okay. Salient or you can say stats or facts. You can talk about the successful land reforms which has been implemented in which states? Edit state ali. That is Kerala and West Bengal. Only in two states, the land reforms has been successful. Enikappa, Kerala and West Bengal no. Why? Why not Karnataka? Why only about Kerala and why only about West Bengal? Because Kerala and West Bengal has been ruled by communist parties. It has been ruled by the communist parties. And that's the reason the land reforms has been highly successful with respect to the states. Or else in Mikid Kadayella, it is partial success. Okay, along. Now this is my first and foremost one. Introduction, I can say definition first one. It is land reforms is a series of measures which has been taken up by the government. It has been taken up by the government bracketally. It can be Indian government or state government to achieve the overall goal of redistribution of the land. Redistribution of the land from the, you can say, the rich towards the poor. Astella better redistribution of land. To achieve our overall goal called as what? To achieve our overall goal called as what was achieving our rural development. Like it has taken, or the land reforms has been initiated during the JL Nehru. That is during 1950s. Sako.